Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Class 3. How are you all? Fine. So now, where is Pushpanjali ma'am? Okay. So now, today, I'm going to give you a big surprise. And what's that surprise? Today, we are going to start with our book. And which book is this? Which book is this, ma'am, that ma'am is showing you on the screen? That is Learn to Lead. Learn to Lead. This book is there with us. And what is written there? Think, act, change. Okay. So now, children, class 3, this book, it is not basically for the teaching purpose. It is not involving any long exercises. We are not going to do any kind of lengthy or subjective question answers. Nothing will be done here. This book is very interesting, and we are going to cover the topics that are given in this book in a more interesting manner. You know this? This book is going to enhance our thinking skills, acting skills, and we will try to bring a positive change in our behavior. Okay, so now in this book we are going to start with chapter number 1. Hi everyone. So where is Pushpanjali ma'am? Where is she? Pushpanjali ma'am is in the computer lab of our Chinar Public School. See, we have such a well-equipped computer lab, and ma'am is here in the computer lab. And why is ma'am here? Why is Pushpanjali ma'am in the computer lab today? Okay, so now I am going to tell you one more thing. Okay, so children, this is the cover page of our book Learn to Lead. And which chapter are we going to do today? We are going to do the chapter number 1. And what is the name of this chapter? Information at your fingertips. See? Information at your fingertips. Now, what do you mean by the term information at? Okay, so the chapter name is Information at Your Fingertips. Now, what is this? The information is at our fingertips. Fine. That means that, see, ma'am is carrying one laptop and ma'am has opened this page on which Google is written. Now, if I want to find out any kind of information that is just a distance away from my fingertips, just I need to type it, enter it, and then I'll get the information. But all these things, we have to follow some rules. Fine. Now see, ma'am has opened this page. The screen is there on which Google is written. Fine. The cursor is blinking here. See, the cursor is here. Fine. Now, we have to, suppose Pushpanjali ma'am wants to find out the national symbols of India. Suppose this is my topic and I need to find out the national symbols of India. So I will be typing, what I will be typing in the tab? National symbols of India. And then I'll press enter. Then I'll press enter. See, enter is written here. So I'll be pressing enter. Now I get the whole list of the national symbols of India. See, what is it written? National flower, lotus. National tree, banyan tree. National fruit, mango. National river, Ganges. So I get the whole information regarding the national symbols of India. So this is how we are going to find out. Now let's come back to the PPT part where I want to discuss one more thing with all of you. Okay, now today we are going to meet our friend Sam here. Okay, and this slide I am going to tell you how Sam is going to use the internet to do his homework. Fine. See, in the previous part, I told you how we are going to search for any information on the Google. I told you na? So that is the right method. Now see what happened with Sam. Sam was given the homework to identify the national animal, bird, flower and tree of India. Fine. So he was given this homework, but somehow what happened that he thought that he'll be completing this homework with the help of his parents. But see, parents, they also have their own works. So even Sam's parents were also busy that day when he got this homework. So he decided to take the help of the internet. Fine. But see, Sam got confused as there was too much of information available on the internet. There was too much of information. He was not knowing what to type in the tab. He was not knowing what to exactly find out from the internet, and he got totally confused. Now what happened? The teacher was not at all happy with Sam. Oh my God. As Sam couldn't get the right information from the internet. He was not able to complete his work. He was not able to complete his homework as he was unable to get the right information from the internet. Now, what happened is that you need to find out any information from the internet. You need to come to this Google page. Fine. Again I am telling you, see, you need to come on the screen, place your cursor in the search box. Fine. And then suppose if you want to find out what is the ship of the desert. I just want to know what is the ship of the desert. I just want to know which animal is called the ship of the desert. Fine. So now I have typed this thing, what is the ship of the desert. I have typed this thing because I need to get this information from the internet. So I have typed it very clearly. Fine. Now I'll be pressing the enter key. I'll be pressing the enter key. Wow, see, I got the information. Who is the ship of the desert? The camel is the ship of the desert. See, this camel is called the ship of the desert. So I got my right information that the camel is called the ship of the desert. So we need to find out, we need to first understand what topic are we going to discuss, what topic are we going to find out, and we have to type that topic fully here. We have to type that topic fully here in the search box. Fine. You can see where the cursor is moving. So here you need to type your question very properly, very fully, so that you get the right information. Fine. See, as Pushpanjali ma'am told you that we need to type the topic very properly and very nicely in the search box so that we get the right information. Now what happened? Do you remember Sam? Because Sam was unable to get all the information from the internet regarding the national symbols. Sam learned a lesson. And what lesson did he learn? Internet usage. Fine. We can communicate with lots of people across the world through email, through even social networking sites, Facebook, Instagram. WhatsApp, whatever means we can use, we can communicate with lots and lots of people across the world. Yes, and secondly, we have to search with a plan. See, nothing is possible without a proper plan. We need to plan out our actions so that no wastage of time is there, and we don't have to unnecessary spend time in searching or working on internet without a plan. So we have to have a good planning before we type anything, before we access the internet. And children, one more thing, that you need to understand is that whenever you are using internet, right, this is something very important that you need to follow. The adult supervision has to be there, right? Whatever you are searching, you can share it with your parents, grandparents, or your siblings, anyone, but do not just switch on the internet and search for the information unnecessarily. No unnecessary wastage of time should be there on the mobile or the laptop. The adult supervision has to be there. Fine. Now what happens is that we have to be careful. See, there are few internet safety for kids and we have to follow this. Fine. This is very important, dear children, and you need to keep it in your mind. Fine. Forever you are going to keep it in your mind what ma'am is going to tell you. Never give out your personal information such as phone number, address, school name, photos and passwords to anyone. Fine. To any stranger, you are not going to share any kind of your personal information even if you are using your internet. Fine. Never do that. Second point is, talk to your parents, teachers or guardians if you feel uncomfortable with what you see on the internet. See, because of this second point, I requested everyone and I suggested everyone that you are going to use the internet under the supervision of your adults only, under the supervision of your parents, under the supervision of your grandparents or guardians or siblings, but you are not going to surf the internet just for the sake of fun or just for searching anything irrelevant. Okay, keep this thing in mind. Fine. And secondly, third point, which is very important, is be polite and respectful of others online. See, these days you are meeting all your teachers online on the MS Teams when your teachers are carrying the classes on the MS Teams. So when your teacher is there, be respectful of her, respect her, follow the instructions which your teachers are giving to you. Do not write anything in the chat section. I have seen many children, they keep on typing in the chat section of the MS Teams and they are not paying the attention what is going on in the class. So take care that you are not typing anything in the chat section while you are attending your classes. Be very particular about this, and never send a message you would not say face to face. So we should never send any kind of message in the chat section. Don't send it. Just pay attention. What is your purpose when you are attending the MS Teams classes, Microsoft Teams classes? Your purpose is to study. So follow that thing. Just study, complete your work, submit your assignments, prepare for your assessments, and that's it. Fine. So now I think that this chapter is quite interesting. So there is an exercise which is there, okay, on your in your Learn to Lead book, which is depicting the pros and cons of the chapter of the internet. Pros means the positive points of your internet, and cons means the negative points that we can face. So you are going to do this exercise in the book itself. Do not do it in your English notebook. In the book itself you are going to do this. Write down the pros points, write down the cons points. Pros means the positive points, cons means the negative points. Write it down and explore the things, but that exploring should be under the adult supervision. Fine. So now we'll meet very soon in our next video. Till then, bye bye.